Welcome to Smart But Stuck. I'm with Rajesh Setty, and we were talking about some of the negative reasons, I guess, right? The resistance to change, inaction, lack of the ability to communicate well, and not taking others for granted sometimes. But you also prescribe some positive pieces. One is strengths, right?
Yes.
What do you mean by strengths?
Yeah, first of all, so one is if you have a weakness and a blind spot, fixing it is important. But if you have a strength, amplifying it is equally or more important than anything
Absolutely.
else. Because if you don't nurture your strengths, you lost an opportunity, right?
Absolutely.
So, but the real problem is not that you already know it, but the real problem is how do you identify your strengths? That's the biggest problem, because if your really top strengths are invisible to you, because for you it's like a piece of cake. So you start doing things and everything. I'll share a couple of them, couple of ways to do it, and then I'll go to the final piece, which is the blockbuster piece, that once you remember it, you will never go wrong.
Okay, let's go.
So the first is from your journals. So if you're, sometimes you may be writing a journal, sometimes you may not be, but just for the sake of identifying your strengths, you do an exercise of writing journals for next 30 days. Only to go and look back for patterns, because you will find patterns of why you are writing a particular piece of thing, because it's resonating and it gives clue to your strengths. Or from your notes, you go to a lecture, then you're taking down notes. Most of the time notes goes into the black hole, you never look at it. But for the sake of identifying your strengths, you just start glancing or browsing through the notes and say, is there a pattern for me to see that will identify my strengths?
Okay.
And third is through mentors. So mentors' job is to make you a better version of you. And for that, they will be noticing what is this person good at, and they will highlight things that you might have taken for granted. Right. And I'll take you one more and I'll go to the final one. Noticing what you notice and noticing what you don't notice.
Okay.
And it's like a puzzle.
How do you notice what you don't notice?
Yeah. Exactly. How do you do it? Because I didn't notice it.
Yeah.
That's one trick is, if two or three of your friends have gone to the same seminar or something, you just exchange your notes and then see, okay, Lydia here, she got this. Why didn't I notice it? Then you get
and just question why, because our focus is now. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. But
and you can do that for, I mean, as long as there's a team sort of event, you can keep doing that, right?
Exactly.
And so what's your blockbuster one?
The blockbuster one is noticing the requests that are made off of you for high stakes requests. There are some random requests. Somebody is painting a garage and you are walking by a warm body and they say, can you help me paint the garage? That's not a request. But if they are negotiating a big deal and they come to you for help, there is a reason they are coming to you for help. If you are a really bad negotiator, they won't come to you for help for negotiating. So you actually look back for the last 90 days and then start noticing what requests came to me that are high stakes. What is a high stakes request? That if you provide bad help for that request, they might have bad consequences. Right?
So you really have to distinguish the request between high stakes and low stakes, I guess.
Yes. The low stakes requests are lazy requests. So basically they are lazy and then they just want somebody to just do it for them because they don't want to work.
So based on the high stake request, we can start to sense what other people think our strengths are.
Exactly.
And gives us an insight on what these strengths are.
Exactly.
Fantastic. Thanks so much for that, Rajesh.
Yes.